People made it sound like it was gonna be so bad. I have got to tell you about this book that I just started reading. It's an adult paranormal romance, and it's the first book in a series with like 12 books. It's from Source Books. I think they sent me some ARCs. I'm 42% of the way through. She's also asking him essentially for sex lessons. Done. I don't know how on earth I used to be able to do that. Ooh. Ah, and I'm officially switching over my freelance services to directly through my website. But the good news is I'm like in the mood to read again. Good morning. Happy Monday. It is 5:23. I'm about to teach a class. I actually taught 4 classes yesterday and I'm teaching 3 today. It's been a busy couple of days. Okay, it's now 6:11. I just finished teaching my class and making my to-do list for the day. I'm making a cup of tea. So now I'm gonna go take my computer either into bed or to the couch so I can get started on working on one of my beta reads while I watch the news this morning. The good news is I'm pretty sure I don't have to nanny this afternoon because of the holiday, so we have all day to get stuff done, and then I'm not teaching my first night class tonight until 6:10. So we have 12 hours. Let's see how much we can get done in 12 hours. So it is now 9:45. I obviously just got out of the shower and finished getting ready. I just need to dry my hair. Got some yoga in this morning, all that kind of stuff. But like I was saying, I'm pretty sure I have the day off from nannying. I keep saying I'm pretty sure. I should just check so I can plan my day. Yeah, I don't have to go today. So, hi Deanie. I have a couple of things I want to get done today. I was super productive yesterday. I have a lot of just like cleaning stuff I want to do. I need to go get my mail from my mailbox. Just like small stuff like that. I'm still working on this beta read and I'm doing edits for my own book. I made so much progress in that over the weekend. I'm so excited about it. So trying to keep up with that momentum. I've been thinking I might just want to go to Starbucks and sit there with a cup of coffee and get some work done for a little bit, because then I also wanted to go run some errands. I think I want to go to the bookstore today because I want to look around and do some research for our February book club pick and see what book I want to read next month for my book club. I run that on my Patreon page if you don't know. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of be running around all day today is the plan. In last week's vlog, I was reading Serpent and Dove. I finished that over the weekend. That was our book club pick for January and I liked it. It took me a lot longer to finish it than I thought it was going to. I think I gave it like a 3.75 out of 5 stars. I didn't love it. It's not a new favorite, but I was also wary going into it because I'd seen so many 1-star reviews of it and so many negative opinions on it, and while I had my problems with it and it's not my favorite, I didn't hate it like a lot of other people seem to. And people made it sound like it was gonna be so bad. Like I saw some people really upset and like offended on Twitter, which I guess shouldn't be a surprise about this book, and so I was kind of looking for that while I was reading it and trying to figure out what had people so upset. And there were a couple of things that kind of made me roll my eyes, but there was nothing that was like worth getting angry over. So yeah, I'm excited for our live show for that at the end of this month so we can all discuss it. I think it'll make for an interesting discussion. There's lots to talk about with the book. So now I'm focusing on reading Shadow Kiss by Richelle Mead for my Vampire Academy reread. So I'm also filming that reading vlog right now as I read it. So that'll be up when I finish the book. And I keep maxing out on my loans from the library. I just got like a ton become available, so now I have like 1 million audiobooks. We'll see if I can actually read them before I lose them. But the good news is I'm like in the mood to read again. It's the 20th of January today and I've only finished 2 books so far this month, which isn't that bad actually because I've done 5 beta reads this month, so I've technically read 7 books this month, which is pretty on track for me. But I would love to read 5 books for fun this month. Max, would you I have this cat training tape on my table to stop the cats from laying on the table, and Max is just playing with it and chewing on it. Like, it's not deterring her at all. Oh, now she gets down. She's camera shy. But the sticky side is up, so if they touch it, they feel that it's sticky and then they won't lay on it. And they think they're sneaky. They think I don't know that they do it when I'm not around, but then I see little cat paw prints on the glass. Isn't that right, Dean? So anyway, I'm gonna go dry my hair, and I think I'll just like gather up the trash and stuff and take that out with me as I leave to go sit in the coffee shop for a little bit and try to get some work done because I wasn't feeling well last week. I swear I didn't leave my condo like all last week except to go to work. So now I'm just like itching to get out and about and go do stuff. And The Bachelor's on tonight. So it's now almost 12 o'clock. I did go to Starbucks earlier. I forgot to show you. I have a little bit of my drink left over, but I got a lot done. I'm just getting set up to leave now. We're gonna go to Barnes & Noble. I was going back and forth on which bookstore I wanted to go to, but the thing is, the used bookstore that I like to go to is literally 2 minutes away from work for me, which I don't have to go to today, but it's kind of like out of the way. So I don't go over there unless I'm going to work. So I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble, which is closer today. And then if I don't find what I need, I will go either before or after work to the used bookstore tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully we can find some good books. I'm Not trying to buy a ton, don't want to spend a lot of money. Mostly going for research purposes to see what's out and about, and also just to give me a break from sitting here and staring at my screen. I'm almost done with this beta read that I'm doing though. Yeah, I have less than 50 pages left, so I'll either finish this today or tomorrow. I don't know if I said this yet in this vlog, but over the weekend I was working a lot on my website, which if you stayed caught up in my vlogs is something I've been going on and off with for a long time, because I had a website before but I basically just redid it and I finished it. For now, I might like add some things. It's pretty basic as it is, but I finished it and I'm officially switching over my freelance services to directly through my website. I'll have a link down below if you want to see it, if you're curious. And then if you're looking for a beta reader or an editor, feel free to contact me on there. I'm excited. It's something I've been meaning to do since I started doing my freelance services, honestly. But I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. So anyway, let's go to Barnes & Noble. So I had success. I got 2 books and I didn't even realize they were having a sale right now. So one of them was 50% off. So I got both of them for like 25 bucks and they're both hardcovers and I think relatively new releases. So that was a really pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, really happy about that. I got one which I think will be a good possibility for the book club, and then one that I just didn't realize was out yet, but I knew I wanted to read. I'm so tired. I just woke up from a nap. Not even woke up. I don't think I ever actually fell asleep. I was just kind of laying there with the cats for a little bit. I'm really tired. Just trying to rally before I have to teach again tonight. But I thought I would show you the books that I ended up getting from Barnes & Noble. So the first one, this one was the 50% off one, and the one I'm considering to use for our book club in February is The How and the Why by Cynthia Hand. I forget whose video it was. I want to say it was a Books and Lala video, but I can't remember. And they were talking about this book in that video, and I added it to my TBR on Goodreads, so I recognized it when I saw it in the store. And I've read a lot of Cynthia Hand's books in the past. She wrote the Unearthly trilogy, which I read back in high school. She wrote The Afterlife of Holly Chase, which was my last read of last year. And so I've heard really good things about this book, and I know that I like her as a writer, so I figured I would pick it up. I didn't even know what it was about. I just grabbed it off the shelf and was like, all right, we're gonna do it. The 50% off is what sold it for me. But when I got home, I sat down and started reading it just to get a feel for it, and I've already read like the first 2 chapters because I couldn't stop reading it. So far so good. It's about a girl who was given away for adoption, and her birth mom was a teenager, I think 16 when she had her, and she wrote her all of these letters which are like held by the state or something until the child turns 18 and then she can read them, and that's all I know. I'm not usually a fan of like the hard-hitting kind of contemporary genre, but I trust this author, and for whatever reason this one was more interesting to me than I thought it would be. And then the second book that I grabbed was A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer. I don't ever know how to say her last name. I also don't even own a copy of the first one. I read it from my library, but I really did like the first book, which was A Curse So Dark and Lonely. It's a YA Beauty and the Beast retelling. I wasn't expecting it to be so thick, I guess because I don't own the first book. I don't really know how big that one was either, but it's about 450 pages. Ooh, we got some artwork inside here too. Very nice. Ooh. Ah. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one. I've been not quite in a reading slump, just like not super enthusiastic about reading lately, because I've been spending all of my time that I usually read on my beta reads, which is great. I really enjoy doing that, but then when it's time to read for fun, I'm just kind of tired, and I've been rewatching The Vampire Diaries instead. So I figured an easy book to jump into would be a sequel to a book that I liked. Their characters I'm already familiar with. It's a world I already know. It's not as hard to get into as, you know, a random book that you pick up off the shelf. Maybe once I finish reading Shadowkiss, I'll jump into this. Speaking of Shadowkiss, I don't think I'm much further in it. The problem today is I'm just so tired. I really don't think I got enough sleep last night, and when I'm tired, I just have no desire to read. So I'm 20% of the way through Shadowkiss so far. And I can't tell if it's just because I'm tired or because I'm actually not like super into it, but I'm just kind of losing enthusiasm for this book right now. But I remember really liking this one in the series, so I'm definitely gonna finish it. I'm just struggling a little bit right now. I think I'm just gonna stop trying to force myself to read today because it's clearly not working out. Hello! It is 6:04, which means I need to log in and start teaching my class in 3 minutes. When did I update you last? I don't know. I had some dinner, I took a nap, watched some Vampire Diaries, and I did read a little bit more of Shadowkiss. I am like 80 pages in, slowly but surely. I have 2 classes to teach tonight, and I signed 2 new freelance clients today, which was really exciting. Because if you watched, was it last week's vlog or a recent video, I was talking about how I changed my prices, and I've been sort of updating the services that I offer. So I didn't know what to expect, you know, if I was gonna experience a little bit of a slowdown with the amount of clients I was getting. Because this month I've been crazy. I've already finished, I have my planning over here, I've already finished 5 or I'm on the 5th book that I'm beta reading, and I just got 2 more, so that's gonna be 7 in 1 month. And we're not even at the end of the month yet, which is just more than usual. And so I wasn't sure with raising my prices if I was gonna see a decline in that. That hasn't been the case so far, so that's a bit of a relief. So now I'm gonna go and teach my class, and then probably read a little bit more of this before I go to bed, and then go to bed early because I'm teaching another class at 5 in the morning, and I was so tired today. I think I'm a little sleep deprived, and I need to just like go to bed early tonight. 1 class down, 1 to go. The entire time I was sitting here teaching, this wire from my headphones was hanging down, and Dean was just like hitting it the whole time. That one was level 3, lesson 22. I've been teaching a lot of upper level ones lately. Yesterday I taught 4 different level 4 classes. Like level 4, like lesson 57. Like they're like higher level ones. Usually I teach pretty much all level 1 and level 2s. So I don't know why I'm suddenly teaching a lot of higher level classes, but they're really fun because the kids know a lot more English at that point. So it's less just like repeating vocab, and it's like we do reading comprehension, and then they'll read a paragraph and I ask them questions about it. So personally I find it more interesting to teach because I like have a conversation with the kids instead of them just repeating everything that I say. So with that said, I just taught a level 3, and the next class that I'm teaching is level 1, lesson 13, which I think I've taught like 5 times. But the plus side with the really basic classes are they're pretty easy to teach, and the kids are usually pretty young, and they're really cute, and they're a lot more enthusiastic. The older kids have been in this for a while, and they're just like, oh, I don't want to be in this class. The only problem is this second class that I'm teaching. It starts in 5 minutes. It starts at 6:50, and The Bachelor comes on at 7. I'm gonna miss the beginning of The Bachelor. Okay, it's 7:20. I'm now done teaching, so I'm just gonna get ready for bed and read this until I go to sleep. Good morning everyone, happy Tuesday. My hair has seen better days. Currently 7:30, I just finished doing my yoga. I actually watched The Bachelor like while I was doing that and some work this morning. Been responding to some client emails and stuff. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna go to the gym and get on a treadmill or if I wanna try outside. It's kind of cold, but it's like above freezing, so I haven't decided yet. I have nannying this afternoon, I have 2 classes to teach tonight, and I now have 4 new freelance clients. Like I said, it always comes in waves, but I'm almost done with the one that I was currently doing. So my goal is to finish that one today so then I can start all of the new ones. But the good news is some of the new ones are pretty short. They're editing things rather than beta reading like a whole novel. People just need me to edit like an essay or something like that. So those won't take me nearly as long. And other than that, we'll just see where the day takes us. Okay, it's 9:45. I just started the dishwasher. That's what that noise is. I'm gonna head to the gym. I've been sitting here with my cats getting work done. I finished one of my beta reads this morning and sent over all my feedback. I started on 2 new ones this morning, and I'm on track. Making good progress this morning for sure. I'm just listening to the audiobook for Shadowkiss while I head over to the gym now. I'm like super tired. I think it's the weather. I think it's because it's so cloudy because I got enough sleep, and it's not like oh, I'm tired. It's like I literally can't keep my eyes open. So I'm hoping going for this run will finally wake me up. Like I've literally already had an energy drink this morning. I usually don't break them out until like the afternoon. I was dying this morning. Hello, so I just got back from the gym, showered, I've been doing some laundry stuff and listening to my audiobook. I just made some lunch. I think it's about 11:30. It's exactly 11:30. I'm currently 3.5 hours into this audiobook, so I have about 8 hours left. Hi kitties. Is that very interesting to you, Dean? So I'm heading home from work now. Early, I got off early. It's 4:15. I would have left like 15 minutes earlier. Oh my god. So I had to go pick up the girl from piano lessons before I could leave. And so I was sitting at the light to get out of their neighborhood, to just cross the street to get over to the next neighborhood to pick her up. And the light didn't change. Like it's a really busy street, so it's a really long light anyway. But like the arrows to turn came on. And then it went back to going the other way. And then I sat there for another like 10 minutes. Not really, but you know, a long time. And then the arrows to turn came on again. But my light to go straight didn't come on again. And people were starting to get in line behind me. Like we definitely would have set off like a sensor, and the light just like never changed to go forward. I ended up having to turn right and do a U-turn at the next street to come around and pick her up. So I was late. I just wasted a ton of my time sitting at that stupid light. And weirdly enough, I'm like claustrophobic. And sitting there in this line at this light, not being able to move because my light wouldn't change, was making me like super claustrophobic, and I was like starting to panic, which is why I ended up just turning right and flipping a U-turn, because I was like, oh my god, I can't sit here anymore. I can't sit here. I can't sit here. It was horrible, and now I'm all stressed out. So I'm home now. It's 4:45. I actually just finished with beta read thing. It was just a personal essay, so it didn't take me very long. I'd started it earlier today. I just needed to finish it and send over my feedback. So it means I finished 2 today, which just means I can focus on my 1 remaining novel. I just started that one this morning, so I'm not very far into that one at all. But that'll be the focus for the rest of this week unless I get another new client. Hi, Dean. Like I said, it's 4:45. I have my first night class at 6:10, so I think I'm gonna give myself a break and just hang out until then and maybe read a book or watch some TV. I'm 42% of the way through my audiobook. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Max, stop it. Stop it. Does anyone else have cats that just shred the liners in the litter box? And I've tried everything. Like, I've gotten them deeper litter boxes, I've added more litter, less litter, like everything. And Dean doesn't do it at all, but Max just shreds on both sides, like she's like wiping her paws on it, or I don't know what she's doing, but I have to replace them like 3 times as often as I would usually, just because she just destroys them. Anyway, it's about 9 o'clock. I didn't have to teach any classes this morning. I have 2 tonight, so I slept in this morning because I have been so tired the past 2 days. I just feel like my body really needed some rest. So I slept until like 8:30, I think. I was listening to my audiobook yesterday, so I think I'm about halfway through Shadowkiss now. And I think I just have the usual stuff on my to-do list. I do have nannying this afternoon, and then I have to teach those 2 classes tonight. I got some beta read stuff to do. I don't know if I told you this, I finished one of my other beta reads last night, so now I just have 1 left. And the usual. Maybe actually make like a decent chunk into this one because I would like to start a new book soon. So, God. So, it's 11:11 exactly. I swear every time I look at the clock now, I always catch 11:11, and isn't that supposed to be like lucky or something? But I just finished my workout, if you couldn't tell. I am struggling. I'm not like out of shape, but I'm not as strong as I used to be, or I just used to be in like superhuman shape, and it may never happen again. But basically, I pulled up an old workout that I had in the notes on my phone that I used to do at the gym at school all the time for a leg day. And that workout usually took me like an hour and 15 minutes, and it was hard, but it was like a really good workout. I had to modify the heck out of that workout, and I stopped at 45 minutes because I was like, I cannot go anymore. I did maybe like 3/4 of it. It was so hard, and I did like a fraction of the weight that I used to do because I only have like some dumbbells over there. I don't know how I used to do that. I don't know how on earth I used to be able to do that. But anyway, I just got a text from the mom saying I don't have to go nanny this afternoon. And I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to get done today that I didn't think I'd have enough time for, so this is good news. Now I can go run some errands, possibly film a video this afternoon. First I'm gonna go shower, obviously. And then I've got some freelance stuff, and I have a lot of business emails for YouTube stuff. I think just like the beginning of the year, that's when a lot of people start looking for collaborations, and also with like freelance stuff, people start wanting to work on their stuff, and I think that's why everything's just been so busy lately. Now we have a lot more of the day to get stuff done. Hello, so it's now 6:40. I'm just locking my doors, getting ready for the night. Hi kitties. I just taught one of my night classes. I've got one more at 6:50, and I made a lot of progress in Shadowkiss today, actually. I think I'm like 75% of the way through that one, and I don't have any morning classes. I don't have any classes at all tomorrow, I think, because of a holiday in China. So tomorrow, no teaching. Class number 2. Done. It's like 8 o'clock. But now I have 3 days off from teaching, myself nannying. But tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, I don't have any classes scheduled because of the holiday. Like, they don't have classes for anyone. So I have 3 days where I don't have to wake up at 5 in the morning, and like, I don't even know what to do with myself if I don't have that schedule. Like, it's 8 o'clock. I would be in bed by now to get ready to get up early, but I don't have to go to bed, and I don't have to get up that early. I can like behave like a normal human being. What do I do? Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's almost 10 o'clock this morning. I've been reading Shadowkiss, so I've been updating this vlog all morning, and so I just kind of forgot to update this one, but I'm almost done. I just have that much left. I definitely think I'll finish this today. In other news this morning, I've been chasing Maxine around with a pair of scissors. So I was like cleaning their litter boxes and stuff, and Max came up to say hi to me, and I was like, oh, hi Max. I pet her, and her entire tail, like the underside of her tail, was covered in dry poop. And if you're like, wow, Katie, that's really gross, why are you telling us this? Because I had to deal with it and it was really gross. I tried to like wash it out of her tail first, but Max does not sit still in any point of her life. So I was like chasing her around with a wet paper towel trying to get it off, and that wasn't working. So then I had to give her a very bad haircut with these scissors. I managed to get it though because she went over to eat and she sat still while she was eating, and I didn't pick up her tail. I was just like snipping away while she was eating. I think I got most of it. That's how my morning started. It was really gross. That happens to our dog Louie a lot. He'll get stuff stuck on his tail. So it's not like I wasn't used to having to do this, but this is the first time I've had to do it with the cats. And Louie, if you pick him up, he'll be really upset, but he just sits there and he lets you do it. The cats will not let you do it, so it was a little bit harder with Max. Anyway, now that you've heard my whole poop fiasco this morning, or if you watch The Bachelor, finasco. So I have nannying this afternoon, not super long though. I think the mom said she'll be home by 4:30 today. So I'm gonna work on one of my beta reads this morning and then jump into some edits for my own book. Hopefully finish Shadowkiss today to work out in. I think that's it. I made a lot of progress with editing my videos last night, so don't have to worry about that today. I started another book last night too on my Kindle. I'm not super far in it though, so we'll talk about that later. It's a romance book. I'm really struggling to update both of these vlogs today because I'm reading a lot of Shadowkiss today. I have like an hour left to the audiobook, so I'm definitely finishing that soon. It's almost noon. I think I'm gonna run to Target really fast just to pick up a couple of things. I'm gonna get some more cat food, probably grab a coffee on my way there. Then honestly just buckle down and work on my beta read until it's time to leave for work. I'm trying to finish Shadowkiss today and early today so I can finish editing the vlog and potentially get it up today. That's what's happening. Like I already have the thumbnail ready, like everything's ready. I just need to finish this last hour of the book. But while I run to Target and get my stuff, I can just keep listening to the audiobook, and honestly by the time I get home I'll probably be done. So it's almost 2:30 now. I'm heading to work. I did finish Shadowkiss and I finished editing my vlog, and it's now up on my channel. And I just started a new audiobook for my drive. I found it on Scribd. It's called, I don't know if you can see this, it's called A Quick Bite. It was published in 2009 and it's an adult paranormal romance, and it's the first book in a series with like 12 books. And I've only listened to a chapter so far, but honestly it's really funny so far. I'm into it. So I think this is gonna be the next read for at least a little bit. But now I gotta go to work, so I will update you when I get home. So I'm heading home right now. It's about 4:45. Work was fun. Just played with the kids. We played some Monopoly and stuff, and it was really funny actually. I don't know, I'm like convinced I'm psychic half the time. Because my like obsessive need to plan self was thinking about this literally last night. So I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do with my jobs in the future, because you know I nanny 15 hours a week, and then I also do my freelance stuff and my teaching and like all of these things, and my schedule is very particularly balanced. And so I was thinking about, okay, so I've got the end of this school year, but then like what am I gonna do over the summer? Because if they need me to work full time and like watch the kids, I can't do that because I just need that time to do the rest of my jobs. And so literally today when the mom got home, she was like, I meant to talk to you. Like, are you still good with this schedule for the rest of the school year? And I was like, yeah. She was like, so for the summer? And I was like, oh no, here it comes. She was like, we won't need you full time if you can't do that. Would you be interested in just doing like what you're doing now and just doing 15 hours a week, and we can have someone else do the other half? And I was like, yes, that would be perfect. I was like worried because I couldn't do full time, but if I didn't do this part time, I don't know, I might be able to swing it with my other jobs not getting another job, but I would rather just pick up another part-time job and then not have to feel like worried about money, you know? So I was already starting to get stressed about what I was gonna do. So this made me feel better. And I just thought the timing was really ironic considering I was literally thinking about this last night. Oh, hi, Dean. Hi. Hi, handsome. So I just got home from work. I have got to tell you about this book that I just started reading. I like it, so I think I'm gonna stick with it. I've started and stopped a lot of books lately, but this one actually caught my attention. It's so funny. So it's called A Quick Bite. I'm only like, I don't even know. I think I'm like 10% of the way into it. I listened to the first 2 chapters in the car. It starts off with this man leaving his work, and I'm assuming he and then the vampire girl are gonna be our main point of view characters. And he just like follows this woman to her car and willingly climbs into her trunk. He was obviously being like compelled or whatever. And he's like, oh yes, this is totally normal for me to climb into her trunk. And it's really funny like to be in his head and the logic. And he's like, oh yes, this is normal. And then we go to this girl who's a vampire who tries to feed off of this guy at a bar who ends up being anemic, which apparently she's not supposed to drink that kind of blood. And he's walking around with a cucumber in his pants to try to like get a girl. And now the man who climbed into the trunk was apparently being compelled by this girl's mother so that she could bring him home as a birthday present for her daughter. So her daughter gets home to find this man tied to her bed with a bow around his neck. It's the weirdest start to a book. I am very amused. Oh, hi Max. So yeah, I think I'm actually gonna get changed and go to the gym tonight, get some more reading done, and do at least another like half an hour's worth of work on my beta read. Good morning everyone, happy Friday. So I just got out of the shower. I'm actually taking a Skillshare class right now. This video is not sponsored. I know I've worked with them a lot in the past, but I'm literally just taking one of their classes right now. I'm really liking it, but the reason why I thought I would start today's portion of the vlog is because I just got a package and I started to open it and I thought you guys might like to see what's in here. It's from Source Books. I think they sent me some ARCs, not sure. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about some of these books. So we have The Burning by Laura Bates. This is coming out April of 2020. Oh, this is about witches. The little tagline is, "We are the granddaughters of the witches you could not burn, and we're not putting up with it anymore." Yeah, so it's about a girl who moves to a new town and she starts a history project about a local woman who was accused of witchcraft in the 17th century. So I'm really excited about this one. And then we also have If We Were Us by K.L. Walther, and this is coming out in June of 2020. It's a story of two best friends who are forced to confront truths about their friendship, identities, and relationships during their senior year at boarding school. This is about two best friends who everyone thinks are gonna end up together, and it's just a matter of time before they realize they're actually in love. So it sounds like a coming of age kind of thing. Then we have The Dark Tide by Alicia Jasinska. And this is coming out also in June of 2020. The comp titles are The Wicked Deep and A Curse So Dark and Lonely. And this gripping dark fairy tale fantasy about two girls who must choose whether to save themselves, each other, or their sinking island city. So every year on St. Walpurga's Eve, a witch queen lures a boy back to her palace to be a sacrifice to keep the city from flooding. So our main character Lena is convinced her brother is going to be taken this year, so to save him, she gets the help of a boy she secretly loves, and he's the only person to have ever escaped from the palace. So this sounds super fun. I actually had no idea what this was about. This sounds really good. Then we also have The Truth About Keeping Secrets by Savannah Brown. This is coming out in April. Sydney's dad is the only psychiatrist for miles in their small Ohio town. He knows everybody's secrets, and he is also dead. So our main character Sydney is grief-stricken as she can't understand why the police have no explanation for what happened the night of her dad's car crash. But then June Copeland, the homecoming queen whose life seems perfect, shows up at the funeral, and Sydney's confusion grows. So they become closer after the accident, but it's clear not everyone is happy about their new friendship. What is June hiding? Ooh, interesting. I'm into it. And then the last book in the box is Little Creeping Things by Chelsea Picasso. I'm so bad at pronouncing last names. I'm so sorry. This one comes out in June also. And this is a compulsively readable debut with a narrator who can't be trusted, perfect for fans of Natasha Preston. I love unreliable narrators. So our main character is Cassidy Pratt, and when she was a child, she accidentally started a fire that killed her neighbor. At least that's what she's been told. She can't remember anything from that day, and her town's bullies, particularly the cruel and beautiful Melody Davenport, have never let her live it down. The Melody goes missing, and Cassidy thinks she may have information about it. She knows she should go to the cops, but she recently joked about how much she'd like to get rid of Melody. She even planned out the perfect way to do it. And then she gets a chilling text from an unknown number. I'm so glad we're in this together. Now it's up to Cassidy to figure out what really happened before the truth behind Melody's disappearance sets the whole town ablaze. This sounds so good. Oh man, you know I'm all about the thrillers and stuff. That sounds so good. I'm so glad we're in this together. That's the creepiest text message. I think I'm gonna start with this one. This one sounds really good. So yeah, thank you so much to Source Books. I was not expecting to get this many books. I'm really excited to read all of these. And they're all coming out around this summer, April and June. So yeah, I'm gonna finish the lesson I'm on for Skillshare because they're like separated. I'm on number 3, so I'm just gonna finish this one. And then I'm gonna get ready. I have a video to film today. I wanted to go do some yoga. I have nannying this afternoon. Got some beta reading stuff to do. All of the usual. I am really liking the books that I'm reading. Let me tell you a little bit more about them. I know I was talking about A Quick Bite last night. I've made some decent progress. I'm in chapter 8 now. So I'm 28% of the way through. I have about 7 hours left of the audiobook on Scribd. I'm having fun with it. Like, this is exactly what I was in the mood for. I'm really enjoying it. And then the book that I was telling you about earlier and then I forgot to ever show you that's on my Kindle is something I borrowed from the library. I just made it to chapter 2, so I'm not super far in this one. It's called Make Me Want by Kate Roberts. The cover looks very like stereotypical romance novel, but it was the premise that made me want to read this. It's the first book in a series too. So I cats. Basically, this girl is a lawyer and she's up for a promotion, but she's watched this happen time and time again in her company where single women are up for a promotion and then they're passed over for their male counterparts because the company has something against single women. They really want the women to be married. I know. So she hires one of her friends who's a headhunter to see if instead of, you know, finding someone for a job, he can find a husband for her within the next year so she can get this promotion. And it's not really clear what their past is, but she used to be engaged and this guy blames himself for why their engagement fell apart. So he feels like he owes her. So in addition to asking him to find her a husband, she's also asking him essentially for sex lessons. That's what I've learned so far. I'm only a chapter in, but the writing is pleasantly surprising me. It's pretty well written. So those are the 2 books that I'm currently reading. Hey guys, so it's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna leave for work in about an hour and a half. I have spent all morning working on a video. It's like 45 minutes of footage. I've edited 5 minutes so far and just like cleaning up and stuff. It was a mess, but it'll be an interesting video, I hope. It was all of my like reading stats for 2019, talking about the books that I read last year, analyzing my reading year, essentially. I hope you guys will like it. I hope you'll watch it. I'm spending so much time on it. But anyway, I've also been editing this weekly vlog this morning, and the footage before I even put in this clip is already over 30 minutes long. It's such a long vlog. So I think you guys know what I'm gonna say next. I'm gonna end the vlog here. So final thoughts. I have not read any more of that romance book on my Kindle. I can't even remember the title, but I have been listening to a quick bite while I was like cleaning up and stuff. 52% of the way through this book. I have 5 hours left on the audiobook. It's a good time. I'm enjoying myself. Like, it's really fun. I'm really glad I'm listening to the audiobook because I don't think I would like this that much if I was reading it physically, but the audiobook is entertaining. So I'm gonna sit here and edit, go to work and such, but I figured I would end the vlog here. And because I'm in such like a good reading mood and I think I'll probably finish both of the books that I'm reading this weekend, I'm gonna film a separate weekend reading vlog. So if you want to hear my thoughts on these 2 books, check out my weekend reading vlog. And other than that, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this week, especially if you've made it this far in the vlog, because I know this one is really, really long. If you're new here, I would love it if you would subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, check out my links down below in the description, all of the usual stuff. And I'll just see you guys in my next video very, very soon. Bye.
So hit me. So hit me. So hit me. First a confession. With you I feel a connection. With